Hello, my name is Kevin Duska. I am the president of Prime Rogue Inc. and the director of Maple Leaks. And in this first ever episode of Access to Information Fun Hour, we're looking at a disclosure from the Office of the Information Commissioner of Canada, code A2025-00025, and it pertains to what now? The original request, as paraphrased by the respondent institution. I need some glasses for this. Not the green ones. I do not wear these regularly. Dear K, access information request, institutional risk assessment, crisis preparedness, and reputational mapping. I request access to the following records. 1, institutional risk and reputational mapping. 2, crisis preparedness and executive contingency records, including discussions of resignation or incapacitation. 3, watch listing, monitoring, and escalation flags of strategic, persistent, or escalating requesters, as well as metadata-based behavioral triage or complainant pattern tracking, OCR, because I'm an amblyope. These green glasses are so obnoxious. Let's switch to another pair of readers that are slightly less obnoxious since I can't find the transparent. They're on my fucking shirt. Go figure. All right. So let's see what they're disclosing to us. Information located, institutional risk and reputational mapping. Following a thorough search, responsive records were provided in the attached package. Information not located, so they did not have any records related to the sudden resignation or incapacitation of the commissioner, the judicial rebuke, formal inquiry, or coordinated parliamentary scrutiny of commissioner, or media fallout following disclosures of surveillance, metadata access, or procedural impropriety in coordination with PCO, TBS, or OPC, which would be the Privy Council Office, the Treasury Board Secretariat, or the Office of the Privacy Commissioner in reputational crisis scenarios. They also don't have any records pertaining to the identification, flagging, or escalation of strategic, persistent, or escalating requesters, or metadata-based behavioral triage or complainant pattern tracking. So let's see what's in this 13 megabyte disclosure pattern. We might as well download this fella. 51 pages long. Corporate risk profile 2025-2026. So they're focusing from the get-go on the Office of the Information Commissioner and its limited financial resources. Completely eliminating risk is neither realistic nor desirable, as it would compromise its agility and operational efficiency. This is to provide senior management with a tool, giving them an objective assessment of the current exposure to key risks that may affect the achievement of OIC's objectives and results. It's prepared in accordance with its organizational risk management framework developed in 2023-2024. What we're going to do concomitantly to this is we're going to feed it to ChatGPT and see if it identifies anything we miss, specifically a ChatGPT agent. I've been doing this lately with disclosure packages, and I actually find it to be quite interesting. So take the attached ATIA response package from the Office of the Information Commissioner of Canada. Scrutinize and summarize. Most importantly, find interesting things that a human analyst might not have picked up on. And we can use agent mode, and then we can add the photo and file. Let's go to downloads, and we do this here. So we can sort that as such, and it should start processing. Let's make sure it does. It's going to set up its desktop, and we'll come back to it at the end of the show, so to speak. I think I'm streaming under the Schedule 1 category, which is funny. The PDF content is not displaying properly, so they're going to use PDF to text. Okay, so perfect. It's reading it. Context. The risks identified are ones that could impact OIC's ability to fulfill its mandate. Established in 1983, carry out confidential investigations into complaints against federal institutions about matters related to an access request. We all know that. OIC strives to maximize compliance with the Act using the full range of tools. Okay. The OIC's core responsibility and departmental results indicator are summarized in the departmental results framework. The OIC has one core responsibility: government transparency, and the strategic outcome is that Canadians receive timely resolution of complaints. Their 6 KPIs are percentage of investigations of administrative complaints completed within 90 days, percentage of administrative complaints assigned to investigators within 30 days. Those both sound reasonable. I don't think they're hitting it, but whatever. Percentage of investigations of refusal complaints completed within 270, percentage of refusal complaints assigned to investigators within 120 days of being registered. Complaint investigations completed each year is equal to or more than the complaints received. I would hope. Commissioner's orders are published within 120 days of being issued. The OIC is a challenging environment because its funding remains constant from year to year, but the volume of work outside of OIC's control can vary significantly annually, which is true, but every year they don't spend all their money. They don't have independent funding. Oh, I can tell they have technical challenges to continuously upgrade information technology infrastructure and software to keep pace with technological change. The ongoing litigation I'm involved in against them is, in my opinion, demonstrative of that. Internal risk drivers, limited financial resources that need to be shared across all sectors. Organization is already operating at max capacity. Small workforce. External risk drivers, no control over volume of complaints and court reviews, which is so true. That is like what the biggest thing that like makes the Canadian access regime, in my opinion, kind of untenable. If like I modeled this casually, in a 10% year-over-year increase in request volume for 3 years would make the entire system collapse. Increasing reliance on litigation to enforce orders, need to invest in modern state-of-the-art IT infrastructure. No shit. Oh, generative AI, yeah. I don't know what they'd use it for. Need to maintain stakeholder trust. You probably need to build that trust in the first place. Oh, this is a nice risk assessment matrix. It's professional. Volume of complaints is their biggest risk. I would say cybersecurity is, but okay. They're mapping on likelihood and magnitude. Well, cybersecurity has worse magnitude. I'd put their likelihood as equal. Public trust, I mean, I don't know. Your aging IT systems should be all the way up here, considering this is a very poorly executed risk assessment. I mean, how could you have your aging IT systems there in terms of likelihood with cybersecurity issues being higher? Whoever did this is incompetent. Oh god, how am I supposed to read this shit as an amblyop? OIC cannot control the volume of the complaints received, and there's a risk that OIC may not have the resources. This is just a summary. How could they control and mitigate? Reallocate resources internally based on workload balance, dealing with new and older complaints, submit annual budget requests. Okay. Inherent impact is high. Courts, resorting to the courts for enforcement of the commissioners. Health and well-being of employees at risk. That's probably true. Staff departure due to work overload. Inherent impact high. Medium risk tolerance. There's a risk that OIC IT systems could be vulnerable to. Yeah, no shit. Global risk of hacking. And here they finally have a low risk tolerance. Risk is acceptable, but OIC must continue to monitor for emerging risks. I disagree with their evaluation of their own cybersecurity posture, but hey, I'm only an expert. Risk monitoring and reporting. So low is less than 25, medium is 25 to 75, high is greater than 75 on their impact scale. So here's the full audit. So a lot of this is clearly political. So let's look at their planned spending, which remains static from FY 2023 to 2026. So their budget's 16 million with 128 full-time equivalents. That's lower than I thought. I thought they were over 200. So they have the commissioner, then the deputy commissioner, investigation and programs governance, deputy commissioner for corporate services, strategic planning and transformation, and legal services and public affairs. So they've previously done threat assessments. Okay. Oh, Jesus. These kinds of flowcharts drive me crazy. You bring in some fucking consultant to make these things, and like these flowcharts or process charts are impossible to read. Chief Security and Risk Officer, horizontal risk. I can't even read this as an ambliope. XCOM, which is probably their executive committee. Sectoral divisional activity. I literally can't read this. Now. Blah, blah, blah. Opportunities for efficiencies must not be wasted. The following list of key organizational risks was developed in 2023 based on an enterprise-wide risk assessment exercise aligned with the new RMF approach. Really? This is your new RMF? Okay. Human resource. I'm most interested in their IT vulnerabilities. Well, I mean, from an academic point of view, not in terms of actually exploring them. Although they seem to be completely ignoring the possibility that they fuck up, which is specifically what they're being litigated against for. The OIC considers the work of the OCG in the planning of its own assurance activities. This is just pablum. Oh, but here's TB policy, which is TBS, Treasury Board. Be risk-based, be reviewed by the audit committee, be focused predominantly on the provision of assurance services, have a multi-year horizon, address risks and internal audits identified by the Comptroller General as part. Yeah, it's pablum. This is also pablum. Prioritization of audit and evaluation entities. Each potential risk area is ranked using two criteria, risk probability and risk impact. So this is a heat map. This is a better design, I would say. So human resources and regulatory management are their high probability, high impact. Ooh, organizational transformation and change should be higher on, if this is being done honestly, it would be higher on probability. So it's security management. It is realistic to target the undertaking of one assurance type engagement per year. That's reasonable, I guess. So 2023 to 24 was their cybersecurity maturity assessment. I can tell you this thing doesn't seem to be doing good from the outside. I'm going to need to request this from them. So let's copy this to another document. Unless they've disclosed it in here, but I very much want to see this. Ugh. That's better. Internal audit of employee retention is what's ongoing this year. I don't care as much. Oh, here we've got some redactions. Access to Information Act. I just want to make sure I give you guys the right reasons for redactions. I think this is security, but I'm not sure. These are all 16.2c. 16.2c is, let's see. I'm doing this on another screen. Oh, here we go. I'm really trying to figure out what this might be. 16.2c on the vulnerability of particular buildings or other structures or systems, including computer communications. That's what I thought it was. Or methods employed to protect such buildings. On-premise network infrastructure would be high risk in small orgs with low capacity. Added a lot of security tools such as solid firewall, VPN, and that's hilarious. I know what their VPN is because they've released it in another thing. This is absurd. They use fucking... I have logs from their firewall. I mean, what kind of redaction is that? The name of the system? This is a joke? And like, they don't even know that SSC uses Splunk? Where is this access package? Oh, it's in the ATIP file. Release package 009 from this year. I mean, it's almost impossible to see their firewall exports, but if it's not written, I know what system they use. I'm not going to disclose it since they seem to think it's a big fucking deal. But, oh, they didn't actually disclose it? Jesus, how is any motherfucker supposed to read this, let alone a motherfucker with amblyopia? Pretty sure it's written in the fucking log headers. Like, how is this even supposed to be opened by a normal human? And there's no optical character recognition here. Sent bytes, shaping policy. Let's see if Claude will tell us what system these logs are from. Because, I mean, if they redacted it, and this could easily be reverse engineered since they have to disclose server logs and formatting is pretty consistent. Upload a file. That was on 20. That was under 009. Yo, bro, what firewall system is this from? Well, it's firewall logs. I can barely read them. Lulz. Okay, he wants us to zoom in. It. Let's see what that does. I mean, the fact that they would send this document to someone with amblyopia is kind of insane, but whatever. Let's see if we can screen grab it and send it to Claude. I have a feeling this is Cisco, but I'm not sure. This is going to be server log screenshot. How about these first couple of columns, dude? Didn't I? Yeah, here it is. Palo Alto Network firewall. The format is a dead giveaway. And now if we go back and look at the redaction text, Solid. That's probably the length. That is the length of Palo Alto Networks. I mean, evergreen strategy for hardware assets that are monitored and replaced before the end of their life cycle. Whatevs. Limited application development capacity. We limit our development to. Well, that's interesting. I don't know what this says. That fit our Microsoft-based enterprise architecture. Old and not appreciated document management solutions. Awesome. Regulatory management. Insufficient litigation capacity. No shit. We have limited capacity to be able to migrate to the cloud. What? And we can only go to place so far. We will continue to provide extra resources, consultant with specific expertise to help our team, but we will target an interim transition to a physical version outside of the cloud in order to migrate faster from RDIMS. What are these redactions? April 2023 Organizational Risk Management Framework. To outline the organization's approach to manage risk systematically while achieving its mandate, blah, blah, blah. Strategic risks, operational risks, change risks, risk. Oh, God. Who makes these fucking diagrams? This looks like something that a kid in like a Homeland Security Risk Management 101 course would make. I'm not even trying to be an ass. I mean, I don't know. Maybe bureaucrats just don't know this shit. Oh, they're back with this goddamn fucking graph. Governance models identifies all the key stakeholders associated with risk management, the strategic policy, operational, and blah, blah, blah. Figure 5 below generally describes the roles and responsibilities of risk management stakeholders. The commissioner leads the implementation of risk. Okay, this is great. I want to see this. Establishes the risk appetite, ensures that risk management is integrated into planning, balances the OAC threat and opportunities, and achieving its mandated priorities. So they're talking basically about SWOT analysis. Makes strategic level risk-informed decisions, assigns responsibility for managing enterprise and organization, blah, blah, blah. Oh, here we go. Within the organization, responsibility for managing operational horizontal risk resides with specific deputy commissioners. Annex A, great. Fraud and privacy and security are what I'm interested in here. So XCOM, which is just like the thing from the Cuban Missile Crisis, the management committee. Someone's got a sense of humor or doesn't know much about history. Extended management committees, XCOM extended. Does that bring in DG level staff? Probably. Chief Security and Risk Officer, Corporate Strategic Services Planning and Transformation, Chief Audit Executive. Oh, is acting as the CSO, CRO. So their Chief Audit Executive is also their Chief Security and Risk Officer? That seems like a conflict of interest. This is all basic business school shit. Risk responses. Risk response. Transfer, avoid, escalate, mitigate, prepare, exploit. Really? Now they sound like an intelligence agency. Avoid. Stop the activity to avoid. Exploit. Accept the risk to provide opportunities for. What the fuck? Is this what is this built from a template? Did you know risk reporting is also found in the annual departmental plan and departmental results report? Glossary. Oh my god. An emergency is usually in the context of achieving specific business objectives affected by rapidly changing informal and external environments. This type of risk is generally identified within an environment scan. That's actually true. They're citing Gill from 2002 in Building Effective Approaches to Governance in a document from 2023. Is this a joke? Really? Gill. That's not even the most recent version of Gill? Or am I looking at a different thing here? Hold on. This is not real. Oops, that's the court filing. Are they really citing Gill 2002 from the Nonprofit Quarterly? I don't even think this citation is real. At least. Did they make up a citation? Oh, I guess not. It's just not indexed by Google Scholar. Okay. Wait, they're using this to build their risk management structure? Seriously? I mean, aside from the fact that it's outdated, that it's for not for profits, I mean, Jesus Christ. Is their budget that fucking low? This is malpractice. I mean, not literal malpractice. This is very poor practice, is my point. Program service risk. I want to look at their other footnotes. The AEC charter describes the limits in the CE's practice. As far as it is, could they put capital letter here? Seriously? I mean, this is amateur hour. The risk management and governance models built on the Institute of Internal Auditors' 3 lines of defense model. Well, that's true and correct and fine. Don't know why it's in a footnote, though. The footnote should just be a fucking citation to it. For a detailed description of these principles, see Annex B. Let me guess. They didn't fucking give me the annexes, and I'm going to have to write back about the annexes. Because it sure as shit looks like they did not give me the annexes. Oh, these are the appendixes. Appendices. They didn't give me the fucking annexes. For real? How? What? Why would I not have the annexes? They're clearly not protected. They're not redacted. What the fuck? This is the 2023 contents, Appendix A. Are they saying annexes when they mean appendices? I need to... Oh my god. Okay. Let's write to Mrs. Carty over at organizational at the OIC. It's always important to be very polite with access to information. People, they do a hard job. I'm not joking. Like, seriously, it's not an easy job. Redacting shit all day. Templates for decision rubrics. No, this is 25. Dear Ms. Carty, thank you again for this release package. I have reviewed it in full. In fact, we live streamed the process, and it was very enjoyable. I note that for the document What year is that? Version 1.0, version 1.0, April 2023. The document mentions annexes, but the document provided has appendices. I write to inquire as to whether the version provided in the release package is missing these annexes, or whether the document mislabels the appendices as annexes. Should these separate annexes be available, I believe that they would likely be responsive to this request as per footnote what footnote was it? Footnote 2 on page 6. As per footnote number 2 on page 6 of the document, page page 37 of 51 of the release package. I thank you in advance for your assistance. Kind regards, Kevin Jr. Dear Miss Carty, thank you again for this release package. I have reviewed it in full. In fact, we live streamed the process and it was very enjoyable. I note that for the document Organizational Risk Management Framework, version 1.0, April 23, the document mentions annexes, but the document provided has appendices. I write to inquire as to whether the version provided in the release package is missing these annexes, or whether the document mislabels the appendices and annexes, and to wit, no annexes actually exist. Should these separate annexes exist, I believe they would be responsive to this request as per footnote 2 on page 6 of the document. I thank you in advance for your assistance and would ask that OIC provide it at its convenience. If this is simply an issue of mislabeling within the document, please notify me. There we go. Wait, polite message. Always be polite to ATIA people. Again, it does not seem like the simplest job. So we did that. Let's see what ChatGPT has to do with it. Maybe we missed something. Why this package matters. The Information Commissioner is an agent of Parliament who oversees compliance with the Access to Information Act, chronic underfunding, rising workload, increased litigation due to non-compliances, cybersecurity and technology pressures, corporate risk profile. We got all this, risk matrix. Provides a candid view. Cool beans. In your opinion, is this thing kind of amateur hour, or am I wrong on that? I work in risk and security, amongst other things. It's thinking. The document shows a mix of ambition and constraint. On the one hand, OIC is using recognized framework like the 3 lines, which I credited them for earlier, and has adopted TBS policies voluntarily, even though as an agent of parliament it isn't required to. On the other hand, the organization is technically and chronically underfunded, and much of the mitigation revolves around reallocating scarce resources rather than truly addressing root causes. The decision to conduct only one audit per year and to defer the employee retention audit until 2025-26, despite HR being a top risks, suggests capacity is stretched thin. There are also hints of systemic issues, such as a lack. So while the report is an amateur hour, I meant to say more that it feels like a kid in Intro to Homeland Security might do this as a sophomore or junior assignment, and it might turn out better. Maybe I'm being unfair. It's going to maintain professionalism. I understand where the impression would come from. The documents rely heavily on generic risk. Okay, so I'm not. They have neither the capacity nor the mandate to build bespoke frameworks. Yeah, that makes sense. Except I run a 12-person firm, and, well, we do a lot better. I'll ignore it. That's very different organizations, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, enough of that bullshit. More broadly, I feel that the document underemphasizes cybersecurity, although I acknowledge that a 10% year-over-year increase in complaint volume would probably gut them. Do you agree? The CPR does identify cybersecurity as one of its key 6, blah, blah, blah. However, the risk register labels cybersecurity as media impact. Yeah. By contrast, given how damaging a breach could be, not just to OIC's operations, but to complainant privacy and the organization's credibility, it wouldn't be unreasonable to weigh it more heavily. A successful cyber attack, yeah, amongst other things. I mean, this is an unknown, but it also doesn't account for internal malfeasance, does it? Insider threats don't feature prominently in the risk key, blah, blah, blah. I see that as an issue under both the federal ethics regulations for public sector employees and viz the fact that many of them are counsel and subject to professional body regs. Federal public servants are bound by the values and ethics code for the public sector, and lawyers with the OIC are also subject to their respective law society rules. They don't feature prominently. So, for example, I am currently suing OIC regarding the cause attached. Is it anticipated in their risk framework? Send the revised version, which has yet to be stamped. The issues you're raising, undisclosed surveillance of a complainant's website, inconsistent privilege claims, recusal and bias, and failure to accommodate disabilities would fall under several categories. Those categories are part blah blah blah. In practice, however, the corporate risk profile and the current audit plan do not elevate those areas to the same level, blah blah blah. Well, my point is, not many Canadians check their server logs and interact with the ATAI system, correct or not? You're right. A niche intersection. Only a subset. And how many of them operate private intelligence and cyber security focused firms? But it's safe to say it's a very narrow one. So my point is it possible that I'm only part of a handful of Canadians who would even have the opportunity to detect such activity? That's a reasonable conclusion. Do you view adjudicative intake of ex parte material without proactive disclosure as a problem, as I outline it in the statement of claim, objectively speaking? I understand it's not an established question of law, but I see it as a clear manifestation of impropriety. I'm open to being wrong. In administrative and adjudicative, there's a well-established expectation of openness. A decision maker should not rely on information that the affected party hasn't had an opportunity to see and respond to. Ex parte communications or undisclosed evidence can undermine procedural fairness. In your case, if the OIC accessed and used material from your website during the execution of your play without informing you, that raises questions about whether you were afforded a fair opportunity to address or correct that information. Even if the information is publicly available, the manner in which it is gathered and used, blah, blah, blah. Ultimately, how the courts will view your arguments depend. I'm curious what it'll think about the actual facts. OIC complaint. I'm just curious what it'll actually think of my complaint. Formal complaint, new complaint. There we go. Well, for shits and giggles, this is the evidentiary submission I sent them prior to initiating. Evaluate it, and I will give you their reply. From an objective standpoint, your submission is unusually thorough. You've structured it like illegal techno blocks, blah, 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 blah. Well, that kind of matter of interpretation. The OIC could respond that it merely viewed. Yes, I agree, it could respond that. What do you think on the balance of probabilities? Ask which explanation is more likely than not based. In your submission, you've presented a detailed pattern. At the same time, there are alternative. I agree. Right. But from my understanding, and viz. The Privacy Act and Charter, not to mention Ward, this has a potentially chilling effect because undisclosed. That's the crux of your argument, even though the articles are publicly available, having a quasi... Yes, in fact, I believe it should be a novel question of law in Canada, which you concur. Fair. Okay, last thing. Does their risk management framework meaningfully account for something like this? And would you say that this was a foreseeable risk or not? Not as a legal question, but as a risk management question. Looking at their published risk materials, they have broad categories. There's no specific discussion of controls to prevent or detect procedural misconduct by employees, nor of the impact such misconduct could have on public trust. From a risk management perspective, any organization that conducts quasi-judicial investigations should at minimum consider the risk of staff actions compromising procedural fairness or breaching privacy and have policies and oversight mechanisms to mitigate that. While the OIC's framework acknowledges ethics and privacy risks in the abstract, whether it was foreseeable depends on how broadly you frame the risk. Interesting. Now, taking this motion for interlocutory relief in an associated judicial review, would it be worth including this as an exhibit to note that OIC does not appear to have internal controls in place re this type of risk? Where's my motion for interlocutory relief? I'm not asking as a legal question. I'm asking on the basis of logic. If you want to reinforce the narrative that OIC didn't have controls or even see this sort of behavior as risk, pointing to its own risk management documents to help make the case. please write an insert that could go into the JR motion. I don't plan on using it. I just want to see how an AI would frame it. The applicant notes that the Office of the Information Commissioner has publicly adopted a risk management framework and corporate risk profile. Despite recognizing these categories, the ORC's corporate risk profile 2020 classifies its key risks as complaint volume, blah, blah, blah. The risk register and the planned audit program make no mention of controls to detect or prevent internal. I think this is a very fair framework, TBH. I need to trim my beard. No, I'm good. Thanks, AI bro. Thinking. You're welcome. Oh, one last thing. Creative license here. AI bro. This whole document, the risk thing, was explored as a stream called ATIA Fun Hour by Maple Leaks. If you could generate an image prompt to summarize this in a humorous way, what would it be? Well, let's see what image it generates. It's taking a long time to generate this fucking thing. We could put it into Replicate in the interim and see what Replicate does with it. We're not going to use the expensive model, obviously. Explore image models. We're going to put it in the one that my buddy Trent Davis, shout out to Trent Davis over at Connect 3, likes to use, which is Recraft SVG, I think. This one costs 4 cents. 8 cents, whatever. Aspect. Shit, I did that wrong. Oh! Oh, that's a good one. Oh, I like it. fucking good one. All right, let's let's see what Recraft AI V3 SVG does. Do we don't? Oh, let's make a square or whatever. Oh, this one's golden too. Let's add the text reviewing OIC ATAI release A 2025 0025. Oh, that's pretty fucking funny. Let's try another one just for fun. I don't think I used the right model. Oh man, that was good. Oh, these are funny. Ideogram? Let's use the cheap one. Is it this one? Yeah, I think it's this one. Codename Panda. Oh yeah, this one could do different types of outputs. Or am I still using the wrong one? No, okay. So yeah, we can generate, this is 4 cents, right? Yeah. We can generate like different types. This is how we finish ATAI Fun Hour here at Maple Leaks. Oh my god, amazing. Now, if we were to do it as pixel art, no, that's shit. Infantile sketch. Hand-drawn outline, digital illustration. I'm still using the wrong model. I need to go find the right model, which is more of an SVG model. Oh, this one's pretty fucking good too, except for the typo. Let's run it again, see if it fixes the typo. Why is it doing that typo over and over? The reviewing OIC typo. All right, let's go and try with one more model here. Explore image models. Maybe we should make a video too. What's the fucking... Let me ask him. Maybe he's on... Maybe I can text him. Yo, Trent, I'm on stream. What is the fucking AI model you use for the degen art? Maybe he's not available. thought it was that one. The Recraft Red Panda. NVIDIA Imagen 4 Ultra Photon Flash. This is a new model, updated 11 hours ago. Maybe it's this one. Oh, I think it might have been this one. I think they just updated it. It's also 5 cents. I'm gonna go broke with this shit. Oh, this one's golden too. Let's try with magic prompt, negative prompt, aspect ratio, resolution. No, this is not the style. Oh, no. What fucking model does Trent use? Maybe it's Ideogram V2A? Yep, I will do that. I will be wrapping up soon. Magic prompt, style string. No, this is not it either, but let's see what it does. I need to give my dog, Wilco, our chief morale officer, a, oh my god, that's beautiful. Why is it not adding the right text step? Auto. Let's try running it again. Trent, where are you when I need you, sir? Where are you when I need you, Trent Davis? Recraft. That's where he is. I was literally just on stream going, Trent, where are you when I need you? Thanks, bro. All right, we need to use a Recraft, which our good friends at Connect 3 are using to build degen art, as in degenerate art. Wait, I'd used this one already, didn't I? Oh, here it is, but they got rid of some of the options for style. Oops. Oh, fuck me in the ass. Well, I'm about to wrap this one up, but you can join for 15 minutes if you want. Do you want me to drop you a link in StreamYard? For Discord, I mean? We might have Trent Davis joining us as a special guest for the last 15 minutes of this program. I dropped it in Discord in case you want to come on over. All right, I'll be on later if you want to join me then. This was for Access to Information Act Fun Hour. Oh, no worries. Let's chat after then. I'll send you another link. Right, so let's use Recraft. Get our prompt. And let's search for the proper Recraft because there seem to be multiple ones. It's not Red Panda. thought it was this one, but they just cut out a bunch of the options here in the style string, because there used to be like 20 in here. Unless it's in the other one, they have like 20. Let's see. These are great. What if I do line art? Oh my god, that is amazing. Line circuit. Let's see if the other version of Recraft has the actual style string we want, and we just missed it, maybe. Recraft, because I think the older model is the one that Trent uses because it's cheaper per API call. Oh, it does have them all. Okay, let's go wild here. And then we'll end the show in about 7 minutes. So it's really an hour, the fun hour and a quarter fun time, whatever. Oh, you see. Maple Leaks. Let's go with digital illustration. For some reason, actually, this one's kind of funny. Hand drawn. Let's try pixel art again because the previous one sucked so fucking bad. Like, it really sucked. And this one really sucks too. Grain 2D art poster. Oh, this one's funny. Hard flash. What's that? Yeah, no. Enterprise? What's Enterprise? What the fuck is that? That's just weird dystopian shit. Natural light, motion blur. I thought they had a cartoon option. Infantile sketch. What if we change it to a brindled dog? A cute cartoon brindled dog. Can we put Wilco's picture in here? No. Let's go back to digital illustration. Well, that was fun. Oh, we promised a video. Let's do a video. And then we'll be done. Let's use the cheapest model we can. Which is probably the one that makes 6-second videos. Image to video. Generate 5 and 10 in quite goofy 1.1 million runs. How does this one? Is this one image based? No. All right. Let's see. Let's run it. It's taking a hot second. I feel like it's going to struggle with our prompt. Oh, excuse me. Oh. Jesus. Let's clean up my email while this is going on. Oh, generated. 2 minutes. It gave me a picture of a woman floating underwater. Seriously? How the fuck did it just give me the... Oh, is it because I used the same reference image? Oh my god. Is it based on the reference image? Oh, shit balls. Ugh. Let's just add one of these reference images and see if it improves it. Let's add... This one. Let's do it again. Fuck it. We'll do it live. We'll do it live. Can we get a soundboard in the house here? Soundboard, Bill O'Reilly. Fuck it. We'll do it live. Dude, you got a Stream Deck program of this thing. I can't read a damn thing. How do I play it? We'll exit with that clip of Bill O'Reilly, actually. Skibbity toilet that wants to show. I don't think we will show the skibbity toilet. I have to make sure that I added sound. I'll have to stop the screen. That'll be our Bill O'Reilly is going to be our outro. I mean, he's an absolute cunt, but that's not the point. What am I doing on my phone? I am doing a thing on my phone. Damn, it takes a lot of time to do this stuff. It's still generating the video. I mean, in the meantime, we could have just added the Bill O'Reilly. Oh, generated our video. Let's see. What in the actual fuck is that? This is our video reviewing OUC. This is, oh my god. Like, this should come with a fucking joint. Jesus. All right, so let's stop sharing the screen for a moment and remove the screen. Now we're going to share the screen again with audio on screen 1. And we are going to let Bill O'Reilly take us out. Take us out sounds a little ominous, but this will be the this is the first episode of this show. This will be the our official outro. This is the good version, right? Oh, there's a video of Bill O'Reilly reacting to his own freakout. I'm curious to see that.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. Okay, I don't know. Whatever it is, it's not right on the teleprompter. I don't know what that is. I've never seen that.
No, there it is. We are going to do Sting, yeah.
Okay, but
Okay.
Now I can't read it. There's no words on it.
Okay. Ready? Sure.
There's no words there. To play us out. What does that mean? To play us out.
Sting is going to do. It's a video. Sting video.
What is?
For credits.
I don't know what that means. To play us out. What does that mean? To end the show?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, go.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. And we will leave you with a. I can't do it. We'll do it live.
Okay. No.
We'll do it live. Fuck. Do it live. I'll write it, and we'll do it live.
Right.
Fucking thing sucks.
In 5, 4, 3.
That's tomorrow, and that is it for us today. I'm Bill O'Reilly. Thanks again for watching. We'll leave you with Sting and a cut off his new album. Take it away.
Rip the blazer off. Well, thank you all for hanging out for this first ever episode of the ATAI Fun Hour here on Maple Leaks, powered by Brogue Incorporated. We'll be back d'une façon aléatoire, as I say in French, whenever the fuck we want, as we say in English, looking through more ATAI disclosure packages. Thank you so much for spending your early evening with us.